thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Thailand. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to switch myself around. There we are. I'm coming to you live and direct as we preview our next match, of course, this weekend against Stockport County, as we make this short journey to over to Stockport this weekend on tomorrow lunchtime. But yes, as always, we're going to go through everything as we always do. Opposition, look at the opposition, our perspective, team news, lineups, predictions, all that good stuff. And anybody else that wants to bring any other conversation, I know you guys like to have a chat amongst yourselves in the comments as well. And if you want to, we always end up talking about various things, don't we, throughout these shows, which is what I like as well. But yes, that is the main feature of the show anyway. But before we do get into it, make sure you do smash that like button down below. Let's try and get to 10 likes by the end of the show, and also smash that subscription button as well. We are 11 away from 1,200 subscribers, so please help me, and please subscribe if you're new, and also get your comments in throughout tonight's show as well. I always love hearing from you guys in the chat. But look, a few people already kind of messaging in. Jack says Castledown is officially gone. Yeah, I mean, inevitably, obviously confirmation, obviously reaching us the past hour. And yeah, it is gutting, but there's nothing you can do. And ultimately, he still gave us some really nice memories that, of course, we will always, he's given us some joy these last couple of months. It's the only joy that's come from this guy, really, if we're being brutally honest. Okay, we've got the likes of Bojan, who has done really well and stuff like that, but Leo's been the brightest spark of the whole squad. And yeah, it's gutting, but we expected it, and it's just being confirmed in the past hour, of course. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Jack. By the way, guys, go and give this guy some love. He does do my thumbnails, so every thumbnail you see is by the man himself, Jack. And yes, he does have a channel. He does have a Instagram, sorry, Jack's Graphics 17. So go and follow him. I'm gonna put his username in the chat for you guys to go and show him some love. And he's come a long way. And yeah, so there we are. It's in the chat. No excuses not to go and follow him and show him some support. He does some brilliant content on his page as well. So yeah, very, very consistent. But look, we will get into the show, and Wayne's in the building. He says hello, Ryan. Hello to you, Wayne. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well, mate. And good to see you. Wayne, you're always here. You are always here, and I appreciate it, man. But yeah, but look, let's have a closer look at the opposition that we are coming up against this weekend, Stockport County. Now, last time out, they lost 1-0 against Reading away from home. Very patchy form the past 5 games, I must admit. When I was looking at their form, they're winning some, they're drawing some, they're losing some, and just been kind of that little bit of a pattern. There's not really been a consistent run of games where they've won games these past 5 games. So, yeah, they're a bit hit and miss, to be honest with you, Stockport, aren't they? Not as good as last season from what we saw from them. But they currently find themselves in 6th place on 39 points from on 39 points from 24 games played. They've scored 33, but they've conceded 30, which, you know what I mean? It's not great, is it, that? Conceding that amount of goals and and scoring 30, you really, it really is poor, that, isn't it? Now, their manager is Dave Challoner, who I have a lot of admiration and respect for, to be honest with you, because he's been there, seen it, done it, and he knows how to get over the line when he knows how to get over the line when going for promotion, as he's proved. But look, he has been at Stockport since 2021, so he's been there 4 years. This is his 5th year in charge, and he's known around the English game for leading teams to multiple promotions through high intensity possession-based football, often using that 3-4-2-1 formation. The notable successes that he has had as well at Stockport, like I said, multiple promotions here at Stockport. Hartlepool got them back to the Football League. AFC Fylde as well. He won them the FA Trophy. So look, I think a Dave Challoner side. You know what you're gonna get from a Dave Challoner side, and that is that he emphasises that kind of purposeful possession. So using that possession well and pressing, adapting throughout games. That adaptability. That aim to control games with a front-footed approach. And like I say, he's earned many awards like EFL Manager of the Month awards. So yeah, he's just a brilliant manager. And a lot of people out there, say that he's the promotion specialist, and he is, because he knows how to get over the line. He's got an unbelievable record of achieving promotions across different levels of English football, like I've already kind of alluded to just a bit earlier on there. He's also known for kind of building strong teams, known for creating well-drilled sides, that are difficult to play against. Look, that's a bit about Dave Challoner, their manager. Now, I will go on to the the potential team we may face, and also ones to watch in a moment. But let's go into the chat again. Waynesley's not bad. Good to hear, mate. Big up to yourself. And Adam's in the building. Adam, big up. Yes, doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thank you. How are you? How's your day been? It's finally Friday, the weekend, of course. Another weekend where town will probably ruin it for us all, but But yeah, big up. But look, let's get into their lineup. And as I go through their lineup, I will go through the ones to watch as well. In fact, I've actually gone on the wrong thing here. Let me just zoom out again here. Right, here we are then. So, just going to there. So look, as we're kind of just going to go through this as we usually do. So this was their last lineup. Now, they made some changes in this game this weekend, but we'll see. I'm just going to go through this lineup and say that it's going to be pretty similar to what we saw last time from them. But in goal, we have got Hinchcliffe, and the back four of Edun, Pye, Hills, and Jack Hunt. Now, I believe that Brad Hills is a very consistent. Not Brad Hill. Is it Brad Hills? Is it Brad Hills? Yes, it is. I should know. I thought it was. I should trust my intuition. Um, Hills has been a very good, consistent performer at the back for them. I noticed when I was looking through the kind of ratings of the overall scoring in terms of average. Um, he, yeah, he's a solid. He's a decent defender. Yes, I know they've conceded quite a lot of goals this season, but yeah, he does his job. But the others around him potentially might just dip too much. Jack Hunt, a former Town player, of course, not particularly didn't particularly end well with him um, at, um, at our club, did it? His attitude and things like that. But yeah, we'll face him in this game. Um, Osborne and Norwood is another two players that I've got ones to watch. Now, Ollie Norwood, of course, a former Terrier between 2012 and 2014. Look, he's a quality player in that midfield for him, isn't he? Yeah, looking at the ratings as well. He's the highest rated player for them on average across the season so far, 7.69. He's second in the top scorers chart for Stockport and with 5 goals. And also he's number 1 for assists. He's joint first with I can't remember who it was now, but I think it was Jack Diamond that Jack Diamond that had the same amount of assists as him as well. And bearing in mind, Norwood's been out injured. He's only just come back the past couple of weeks, I believe. So, I mean, just really, really impressed, really impressive. A player that does get on the ball, is always wanting the ball, looks to dictate player in that midfield. And yeah, really, really good quality player, to be honest with you. And his stats back it up, but also just the way he plays the game and the way he approaches it. He hasn't changed throughout his career. He's kept doing this. You know what you're going to get with Ollie Norwood when he steps out there. So yeah, big up to him. He's a quality player. And then I've I've also got Ben Osborne, who partners him in this midfield, this 2 DM position here, and he's another top player that caught my eye. Very consistent performer through the ratings, averages, and stuff like that. And yeah, again, really nice partnership they've got. And yeah, another one that kind of is confident on the ball, composed, and yeah, just a midfielder, the kind of thing that you want, kind of player you want in there. There's Jack Diamond on this side, who again is a danger, but I haven't actually put him as one of my ones to watch. But yeah, he's certainly a threat down this wing. Mothersail, who I do actually like. He hasn't really hit the ground running at Stockport. Obviously, the former Peterborough man, and yeah, he was really good at Peterborough, but he hasn't really settled at Stockport at the moment. He hasn't really set the place alight, if you could say so. He's not played terribly, but he hasn't been doing much either. Fevrier is the one on this side who is a good player, but the final man that I've gone for is Kyle Wootton, who is the top scorer. And look, you know what you're going to get from Kyle, you know what I mean? He's got 10 goals to his name. Strong physical striker. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time to put the ball in the back of the net. That's what a good striker does. Striker's instinct and all that. A proper handful up top for any opponent. Such a nuisance to face him. Such a tall, physical, big build kind of guy. He's a nightmare, really. But yeah, right, we'll go to the comments. Um, but yeah, anyway, sorry about that. I'll just have to quickly go to the comments again now. Right, sorry about this. I mean, I'm going to scroll up and go to the comments now. Adam says, I'm okay. I'm kind of stressed. Got my driving test soon. Lol, I've been looking for the lights and so I can fit it all in. Oh, yes, yes. Adam's been trying to help me. I want a background, guys. I want someone that's going to be, really good for you guys. Obviously, the background, a lot of streamers and, YouTubers have the background on there. And unfortunately, I don't at the moment, but Adam's helping me out. I've got the ring light on tonight again, as you can tell. So, and it is actually a lot better. Although I don't really think it's the lighting in this place isn't that great. I mean, I could potentially have put the main light on as well and see if it was. Um, but no, but yeah, big up. Well, good. Don't be stressed for the driving test, mate. Obviously, relax. Obviously, easy said than done, of course. And it took me. I passed on my second go. You're very lucky if you pass on your first go, by the way, your driving test. That's how I see it. But I know they've made it a lot more difficult now from when I did it just a couple of years ago. So yes, not good, but I'm sure you'll do fine. Best of luck to you on your driving test whenever you have it. Jack Helmet Hunt. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good way of. Yeah, good luck on the driving test. Absolutely, it's Huddersfield Test Centre. Oh, is it? Yeah, nice. Yeah, Norwood, great player with his passing and his set piece. Yeah, his set pieces. I forgot to mention that as well. Norwood. Yeah, he has got a good set piece on him as well, hasn't he? He's just got. He just. What is he not good at? That's what I want to know. What is he not good at? Because I just feel like he's got so many qualities. Took me 6 times. Did it win? Bloody heck. I know it took my mum actually quite a long time to pass as well. Um, but yes, right. So it has been a bit of a stop-start show tonight, hasn't it? So they were. Oh my word! I nearly, I nearly left the show. That would have been good, would it? Right then. So, as I said, I've kind of gone through Stockport now, to be honest with you. We know what they're about, Stockport. We know how difficult it's going to be against these guys, and especially when we don't exactly have a manager that can manage things very well. Um, and we're up against a manager who knows how to navigate his way in this game. He's been there, seen it, and done it. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think Stockport will be looking to start quickly, and I just think we have to match them. But you know what I mean, I think we're going to be up against that well-drilled, organised kind of side who have plenty of attacking threat to cause problems. And so you know we know how well. The thing is, I feel really find it quite uncomfortable talking about our defence at the moment because look, our defence has been poor this season, yeah, but when this manager, I'm not even saying our man, this manager that's suddenly this manager that's suddenly um, being able to take the reins at the club without any kind, just because he spoke well in his interview. This manager sits back, makes the team sit back. So can we really judge this defense properly? Because why are we sitting back, inviting pressure? The defense is going to crack no matter who you've got in that defense. I don't care who you are. So I don't know, man. I'm not kind of disputing that there has been some poor defensive errors and poor defensive mistakes, but I just think when you're constantly under pressure, I just don't really see how it's sustainable in the match, and it hasn't been sustainable in the match. Um, but yeah, we know what Stockport are about. Look, I mean, I had to look at their home form as well. Stockport and obviously in the league table, it sees them down in 15th place on home form, which I was very, very surprised about. 18 points from 36 available. So they have dropped a lot of points at home this season, which, like I said, did surprise me a lot when I was doing research this afternoon. So yeah, I was kind of shocked by that. I don't know if anybody else is shocked by that, but I don't know. I know they haven't been as good as what they were last season, but still didn't expect them to be down there in 15th for home form. So sad about Castledine. So sad Castledine is gone. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is indeed. Lol. Dave C not finished outside their place. And then, yeah, he's just brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Promotion specialist. You know what I mean? Difficult to come up against a Dave Challoner side. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of it, innit? But let's go into the next part of the show then. I really do need to get myself one of those phone holders as well for. But anyway, moving swiftly on. So we're gonna go. We've kind of covered Stockport now, so we're gonna go into our perspective, where the Fulham games begin. Look, we currently find ourselves in fourth place on 39 points, the same as Stockport with a better goal difference than them right now. We come into this match on the back of that frustrating 2-2 draw against Exeter at home. Enough said about that game because, yeah, I don't know, I'm still very much angry about that game still. I don't know if anybody else has kind of been mulling over it over this week, that game against Exeter, because I just look at it and think to myself, how on earth did we, why on earth did this manager sit back for 45 minutes in that second half at home against Exeter, who have the fifth worst away record in the league? You know, and I just couldn't get, I've just been mulling over it this week. I have, it's just been one of those. But look, yeah. Obviously, we've drawn our last two games, won 3 on the bounce prior to that as well. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I think it's been disappointing these last couple of games, if I'm being brutally honest. But look, it's another game against a promotion rival, and you know, I'm not, I'm not feeling confident. Put it that way. I'm kind of fearing the worst a little bit. You know, the managerial battle is only going to be won by one man, and it isn't even going to be a battle, is it? Um, but the only man that's going to be winning it is in the opposition dugout, not ours, because he doesn't even try to compete with the other with the other manager in the dugout. He just lets them. He just lets them do. You know, kind of. Well, we just play whoever we come up against. It's let's give them extra respect. Let's just let them find confidence and us make it difficult for ourselves. So I don't know, man. I'm just sick of this manager. I really am sick of this manager that we've got on our hands. So-called manager. I think it's almost insulting to call this guy that's found himself in the dugout as a manager because he's nowhere near a manager. But anyway, that's another story. But look, I mean, ultimately, yes, despite saying all that, you know, we need to win this game to stay in the playoffs. And I just look at it, I just don't know. Well, I just don't have much belief. That's all. We're going to get into team news as well. Lee Grant won the Clown Award as a manager. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Adam. Absolutely. I just can't believe he's still in the job. I really can't. Only Huddersfield Town. Well, only Huddersfield Town that he'd even appoint this guy in the first place. As I said earlier, speak well in an interview. Speak very well in an interview. You got your job. You've got the job. Absolute circus down there. But look, there is 10 of you in here now. There's only 5 likes on the stream. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. It is free. Now, the team news, as I was saying, to get back onto my notes now because I was just checking the likes. Look, team news. So Rowan is looking likely he's going to be out for this one after picking up that groin injury last time out, which forced him off last weekend as well. Jolo has been out the past 2 games, and it's going to be another late call for him as to whether he's going to be at this game, which kind of suggests that he probably won't. Fine obviously returned from injury last weekend, so he will be available after coming through last weekend. Will Alves, of course, is Will Alves has been available for the past 2 games, but still hasn't been selected by this manager for some reason. But yeah, not even 20 minutes. Instead, what did you do last game? Go on, Ben Wiles, the ghost. Come on, you go on instead, and let's have a disinterested, pathetic, abject performance by a man who didn't even want to be at this football club. Absolute joker. Anyway, I'm glad to see the back of Ben Wild anyway, and that's it. But yeah, Will Alves, how he's not got on the pitch out of any minutes in the past couple of games is beyond me. It's absolutely ridiculous. It really is. Now, the team lineup. So let me know your team lineups down below in the chat if you want to get involved in this, or you can just kind of look at my lineup and tell me what you make of it and what changes you'd make to me as well. What changes you'd make to it as well. When is Jack Watmore back? Well, there's still no update on him. He's still quite a way off by the sounds of it. So yes. Also, McGuane. I've also forgot McGuane and Miller, and who was the other guy? I did actually do my notes on this, but it's deleted itself for some reason. And Redmond have all been in full training with the rest of the squad and are closing in on a return. So probably this weekend will be too soon for these guys, but I expect them to be back in the next week or so. And yeah, we don't have a date on Jack Watmore at the moment when he's going to be back, but we'll see. So yeah, as I was saying, let's get into the lineup then for the game. Okay then, so this is my lineup for the game. We're gonna I'll scroll up as we go along because I don't know if you can see it. Maybe. Oh, don't do this. Right, here we are. So Nichols probably starts in goal. I think. I mean, Alan Wick has only just come in, so I don't really think he's going to be. Well, we'll see if he's testing. See if we test Nichols for that number one spot because I don't know at the moment. I'm not too sure about him, but we'll give him a chance. But he's only been through the door a couple of days. So, well, he joined yesterday, didn't he? So, yeah, I don't really see him starting this game. Back three, we've got Feeney, Wallace, and Balker. And then this is where it gets annoying. On this left-hand side, guys, I mean, we've got nobody on this left wing-back side. Yeah, Ruskin, I've reluctantly put in there. I've been very, very disappointed with what Ruskin has delivered recently. I don't think he looks great at all. But I was struggling to find anybody else that could potentially go there. So he's had to come in. Hopefully, he grasps this opportunity, and he's a lot sharper. And he isn't kind of just looking really sluggish. You know what I mean? First touch off, not really, just constantly losing the ball, bad decision making, more often than not. So yeah, hopefully he has he needs to have a good game in this game. That's it. Gooch on the right, of course. Fantastic. What a reliable performer he's been this season for us, by the way. Absolutely outstanding from Gooch. You know, we was told when we signed him by Sunderland fans, they'll fall in love with him very quickly. And we absolutely have, because he's a joy to watch out there. And also the connection he has with the fans. We've got a little Gooch chant that we do every time he does something great. So yeah, we love him around these ways. And yeah, he's just a fan's favourite, isn't he? Absolutely. But he's a quality footballer, you know what I mean? Getting down that wing, getting those crosses in, but also getting back and getting a footing as well and doing his defensive work. So yeah, he's got it all for me. Harness, Kasumu, and Alves in the middle. Alves, obviously, I expect Alves to kind of go into that number 10 role, obviously roam into that number 10 role a little bit. The more of attacking of the two of the central midfielders there. And look, I mean, do I think it will happen that he'll start Alves? Probably not, because he hasn't even bothered to bring him on in the last couple of games. But maybe he's been saving him for this game. I don't know. But the thing is, you can't because he hasn't had much football, Alves, is he going to be ready to play 45 minutes yet? But I don't know. I just think Alves maybe, comes in. Or if Alves isn't available, if Alves isn't ready yet, well, look, he's ready, but he's not ready to play 45 minutes because this manager has refused to, give him a little bit of game time each, the past couple of games. So he's not ready for long time yet in terms of long minutes. If not, I'd probably put somebody like I'll put somebody like an Ashia. I think Ashia can play in that more attacking role in the middle there, giving the license to roam. But yeah, and then May and Radulovic up front, pretty much standard right now in that team. Noah has gone for a 3-5-2. Nichols in goal. You've done this you've got Humphries in there, mate. I mean, he's only just joined, and plus he ain't going to be ready to play 45 minutes yet because he's only had 10 minutes all season for Ipswich in the Championship, so he's nowhere near, and now he might be on the bench, but yeah, few similar players to me though: Ashia, Alves, Kasumu, Gooch as well, May and Radulovic. So similar. I mean, Sorensen, I've not really been a big fan of Sorensen, to be honest with you, since he's come in. Well, not since he's come in, just overall. I think he's good going forward, but he's a liability going back. If unavailable, sadly, it'll be Ledson instead of Alves. Yeah, I just look at it. I just think I'm not going to be starting Ledson from now on because I don't think he's warranting being started. He's not warranted. He's not warranted to be starting games. We've given him enough time. Still not doing anything in the side, skipping around, not doing his work in the centre of the park, which he needs to be doing. The game bypassing him. No, not having it. Can't be doing that in the middle. So no, he's not starting for me. Yeah, no, absolutely. He's definitely a lot of people out there saying Humphries. Fans of Ipswich are saying that he's too good for League One and he should be playing in the Championship. So that shows how much quality he's got, but he needs to get up to speed first, mate. That's what I'm saying. I'm not down his quality. I think Gooch will play on the left and Lasse Sorensen on the right and Ledson in midfield, just because it's a league right and he does not know what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, you do. I mean, to be honest with you, I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time doing these lineups that I predict because it's like, well, I like to share with you guys what I would go with. I guess is what I do it for, and because I don't ever anticipate to Lee Grant to actually make the right call because he very rarely does. So yeah, he probably will play that position like usual, and put underperforming players in there as well. Not a fan of last on the left or in defence, being totally honest, but I don't know who else is available for that position. Yeah, like I said, there is Ruskin on that. You can put Ruskin on the left, can't you? But I know he hasn't been great either. But yeah, I mean, looking at the so yeah, that's the lineup for the game. So there we have it. So it's time now to get our score predictions in for the game now. So let me know your score predictions, because it'll certainly be interesting to see what you guys are thinking ahead of this one. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be interesting to see what you guys are going with. But look, for me, I don't know if anybody saw my predictions video for League One during the week on Wednesday, I think it was, with Alfie. Big up to Alfie from Owen, the Luton Town. Go and drop him a follow. Go and subscribe to him on YouTube and go and give him a follow on his socials as well, Instagram. And so yeah, big up to him, great lad. And we're hoping to do it in real life video very, very soon, guys. So hopefully, Alfie, don't let me down. I'm joking, by the way, Alfie, if you're watching. But no, obviously we will. I'm sure we will meet at some point, me and Alfie. But don't know if it'll be when we play Luton in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, it's a midweek game, so think Alfie's a bit unsure whether he can come for that game, but we'll see. Uh, As I think I said, a 3-1 loss. Yeah. So look, for me, I'm going for a yeah. I'm not confident at all. I just can't. I'm just not going away from home on the back of that drab performance last week and result again. But it doesn't really matter what happened last week. To be honest with you, I just don't have any faith in this manager at all, and a lot of people out there don't either. Not just me. So I guess we're all negative if that's the case. That's what I've been labelled and all that. But yeah, I think it's just been about being real, being real. It's just realism. This manager isn't up to it. He ain't taking us nowhere. And unfortunately, I just have this vision that Nagel's going to keep him until the end of the season. And then inevitably, when we don't get in the playoffs, or we don't get in the playoffs, because I think the automatic's gone now anyway. We've blown that. If we don't get in the playoffs, they'll go for they'll get rid of him then. So yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 loss. Yes, that's what I'm going for. No, it says I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 loss, although it depends how Grant goes and things. I already think we don't have to even say about depends on what he does, because he does the same thing every week, and he's done the same thing every week since he's come through the door. Don't expect anything different here. And to be honest with you, he's going to get schooled on that touchline by Dave Challoner. That's it. That's what happens when you go for somebody that, fortunately, just speaks well, so he gets a job, but he hasn't got any experience. I don't know if he's going to be able to be a manager, but because he spoke well, that was good enough for those men in suits to make a decision to bring him in. Hopefully it'll be 2-2. Yeah, it'll be a good game to watch, won't it? If it's and speaking of watching, I will be doing a watch along for this game, guys, tomorrow as well. Weather permitting. I mean, I'm pretty sure it will be on tomorrow, the game. You just don't know, I don't know what it's like around Stockport and that, but in terms of weather-wise at the moment, I think it's cleared up the snow now, to be honest with you, but if it might be quite icy overnight and that, we'll see. But I mean, look, I'm not gonna. So I'm doing a watch along for the game tomorrow. So join me from 12:15 ahead of the 12:30 kickoff. We're giving you full match commentary, analysis, and reactions throughout the live as well. So yes, I've been looking forward to it. Notice I don't want Grant Ball versus Peterborough. Yeah, I mean, how much more do we have to suffer with this guy in charge? Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him now. Sorry, I've had enough. Yeah, Roge says I'm going for a 2-1 win for us. Nice. The first win on the board. Everybody else, draw or loss at the moment. PE teacher manager. Yeah, maybe that's what I could call. Maybe I should call him that going forward whenever it's a Lee Grant, because I feel like I'm insulting actual proper managers out there by calling him a manager, because he's nowhere near a manager, as we already know, stealing a living. So yes, county fan, you guys might have a chance because we have been playing awful and have won 3 games in 10. Big up to you, by the way. Obviously, we always welcome opposition fans into the chat as well and everywhere. So yeah, welcome in, and may the best team win and all that, mate. But yeah, I mean, you're very honest. I just don't think we do have a chance though, mate, because the reality is we've got a manager that doesn't have a clue what he's doing. You've got a manager that knows his way around the pitch and knows how to navigate things and knows how to change things up. Got a good style of play. And yeah, ultimately, you know what I mean? He's very good at what he does. But yeah, welcoming to you, CCJ. Big up. And I mean, obviously, you're not in the best of form. I did kind of say that earlier about your form is very patchy. But look, we're probably gifted. That doesn't mean anything. You'll probably have the easiest 3 points you've had all season tomorrow against us, because that's how easy this manager. That's how simple this manager is. Absolutely clueless. But yes, make sure you are dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel if you are new, and thank you all for your contributions so far. But I think we are coming to a close, aren't we now? Um, yeah, just final closing thoughts from me now, and we're going to head off. Look, like I said, I think we're going to lose. That's it. I'm just being honest. Uh, and as I said earlier, I am really, really struggling to go into any game, not just this game, but any game, um, in terms of going into any game with confidence. I can't, because when you have someone so incompetent on that touchline, I just can't, because you need your manager to react. You need your manager to adapt. You need your manager to stop doing the same thing over and over again, and actually, being versatile in your approach. Yeah. And unfortunately, and you need the good in-game management, i.e., you know what I mean, timing of substitutions, starting lineups, stuff like that. It has to be spot on, because if it isn't, you get beat. So it's just, I just can't go into this game feeling any different, I'm afraid. I could sit here and say to you guys right now, I want to see this, I want to see that tomorrow in this, in this match, but there's no point, is there? Because we know what we're going to see from this League Grant, this League Grant suffering football, suffering ball. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just painful to watch majority of the time. So, I mean, we're just going to sit back like we always do, and even more so against these kind of sides, and give them time to settle down and grow into the game as we do. Make it easy as possible, and then yeah, we're up against a well-drilled side, and yeah, like I said, this manager has done the same thing every single week. He doesn't change it. It's the same subs, the same timing of subs. It's the same clueless approach from the sidelines. We always have a period, by the way, where we sit back. We always have a period in the match where we sit back. It's absolutely pathetic. So yeah, nah. Against the better sides, this guy's being found wanting more than most. So I don't know. Grant, you know what I mean, he doesn't have the solutions or the adaptability to change it when needed against a well-drilled side, and I just have very little faith or belief. Why should I have belief in this guy? He's just completely gaslighting us all the time in his post-match interviews and pre-match interviews. Not that I listen anymore, because I can't listen to him anymore. Can't. This guy speaks in riddles and doesn't even. I mean, I bet a lot of this squad can't stand him, to be honest. Like, good guy, nice guy, yeah, fine. But in terms of football approach and the way he goes about things, I bet they hate. I bet they hate it. I just, yeah. So look, that's how I feel, and it ain't gonna change. It's over. It was over. A lot of people had checked out with this guy ages ago, Grant. Unfortunately, the owner has just kept him in a job, because he still wants. He just wants a yes man in charge, so he just kept him there. Because that's what Grant is a yes man. We do, but look, we need to win this game. We need to win this game. But I think it's actually better if you go into a game with no expectation and thinking you're not going to do much, because I think that if you go into a game, I mean, not that I do rarely, not that I do often nowadays, to be honest with you, like I said on the League Grant, I find it hard to do so. But if you do go into a game feeling like, yeah, we're going to do something today, nah, I think you just fall flat on your face, disappointment every week. So look, hopefully I'm surprised, but I'm not. I'm going to be holding my breath about that one. No, so the sooner Grant out, the better. Can't believe Nagel got this land a 3-year contract. It was always a gamble, but he should have gone on our birthday. He just waffles his way out of things. Yeah, he does. Speaks in riddles, waffles. Just absolutely pathetic. And I'm sorry, give him time. It's his first season. He's going to make mistakes. That's what's being said to me. Yeah. Well, I'm afraid these aren't mistakes, because you learn from your mistakes. This guy isn't learning. He's doing the same thing over and over again. You expect him to come in here and and it be absolutely amazing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's been so many occasions where it has been absolutely pathetic from this manager of what he's produced and what he's done in games and the decision making. It's been poor. So I'm sorry. Yeah, and on a 3-year contract, we're a laughing stock, us. We're an absolute laughing stock. Those men in suits down there should be ashamed of themselves for making the decisions they've made over the past few years. And giving this guy a 3-year contract, a guy that had never managed before. Like, looks like Nagel just wants to keep wasting more and more money because it was a big gamble. Like you say, any manager that comes in a gamble. But when you go in with a manager that's we're going with a guy that's never managed before in his life, I'm sorry, you don't put him on a 3-year contract. Just common sense. But yeah, honestly, I just get wound up every time I speak about it, to be honest with you. Don't win out the playoffs again, yeah. Yeah, we are indeed. But look, guys, we are going to wrap up now. I know it's been a little bit of a shorter one than usual, just past the 45-minute mark. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, the live show. Make sure you do smash the likes on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Well, if you're watching it on playback, do, because we're heading out now. But yeah, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for all your engagement. Still only 11 likes on the stream. Let's just refresh. 18 of you in here right now, and there's only 11 likes. Come on, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. But yeah, that's it from me. I will be back tomorrow, as I said, for the watch along. So do join me from 12:15 for the game itself. Be good to have your company. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of the evening, and I will see you all very, very soon. And Noah says, have a good one, mate. Let's hope for a win tomorrow up the town. Up the town indeed. And thank you very much, Noah, for your contributions. And everybody else that's put the contributions as well. I really appreciate you all. But yeah, have a good evening. And I'll see you back here tomorrow if you're around for another live watch along. Take care to you. Take care as well, Adam. Take care, man. But yeah, anyway, see you soon. Thanks for your support. And up the town. See you soon. Bye for now.